out of 7.3. And it has three parts to it. And we're trying to see if we can find the first part, sine of s plus the sine of t. Okay, y'all, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here where we have this formula. Sine of a plus b is equal to sine of a plus sine of a cosine b plus cosine a sine b. So sine, okay, sine of a plus b is the sine of a cosine of b plus the cosine of a sine of b. Okay, so y'all, I'm going to apply that same principle to this. So the sine of s plus t, sine of s, cosine of t, plus the cosine of s, and the sine of t, okay? So y'all, we know a couple of things already. We know the cosine of s is negative 5 over 13, and we know the sine of t is negative 3 over 5. So right here, y'all, cosine of s, that's a negative 5 over 13. Sine of t, that is a negative 3 over 5. What we do not know is we don't know these values. Okay, so let's do this, y'all. Let's come back over here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a simple picture. Okay? And it told us that our angle, let's go with the first one, let's see. Let's go with S. Okay, so we know that S is in the third quadrant, okay? And we know S is in the third quadrant, and we know the cosine is negative 5 over 13. So y'all, this here is a minus 5, and this here is a 13. We don't know our y value. So we can find that. So let's say y squared plus negative 5 squared equals 13 squared. So that's 25. That's 169. If we subtract 25 on both sides, we get 144. We take the square root because we are in quadrant 3. This is going to be a negative 12. So y'all, what that is going to tell me is that the sine of s is going to be a minus 12 over 13. Okay. Now, y'all, I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to draw a picture. Okay. We got another triangle in the third quadrant, t. Okay. We know the sine of t, y'all, is negative 3 over 5. Okay. So this is negative 3. This is 5. We don't know our x value. We can find it, though, y'all. So look, we can say x squared plus negative 3 squared equals 5 squared. So that's 9, that's 25. We minus 9 on both sides, we get 16. Take the square root because we're in quadrant 3, y'all. That's a minus 4. So I know that the cosine of t is now negative 4 over 5, right? So what I'm going to do here, let me see. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to come back to my first slide. And sine of s, we just said that that was, sine of s, that was a negative 12 over 13. Cosine of t, y'all, was a negative 4 over 5, okay? So right here, y'all, that's a 48 over 65, 15 over 65, that's 63 over 65, okay? So we got that part, okay? So we know what the sine of s plus t is, y'all, 63 over 65, okay? Now, I'm going to do part B. What is the tangent of s plus the tangent of t equal to, y'all? So look, tangent of s plus t. Y'all, I'm going to come back to my formula sheet, tangent right here. Tangent of a plus tangent b minus, or 1 over minus tangent a tangent b. So tangent of s plus the tangent of t, 1 over tan s tan t, okay? So y'all, what I want to do now is I want to find two values. I want to find the tangent of s. I want to find the tangent of t. So remember, tangent sine of s, or cosine of s. So let's see if we can find these values, okay? So let's come back. Sine of s, y'all, was a negative 12 over 13. Let's see, a negative 12 over 13. Let's see, the cosine of s, y'all, was a negative 5 over 13. So that's going to be something like, positive 12 over 5, okay? Sine of t. Sine of t, y'all, would be something like negative 3 over 5. Cosine of t would be negative 4 over 5. Okay, so that's going to be 3 over 4. Okay, so y'all, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these values here, y'all, and plug them in here. So let's take a look. We got tangent s plus tangent t. So 12 over 5 plus 3 over 4 all over 1 minus, and we're going to multiply those numbers together. 1 minus 12 over 5 times 3 over 4. Okay, so let's do this, y'all. The common denominator here is 20. Multiplying this guy by 4, so that's a 48. Multiplying that one by 5, that one by 5, that's a 15. Okay, 1 minus, let's see, 12 over 5 and 3 over 4, so 12 times 3 is 36. That's 20. So let's see, 48 and 15, y'all. 48 and 15 should be something like 63, okay? I can think of this right here, guys, as 20 over 20. I know it's a 1, but I can think about it like that. That gives me a negative 16. Oh, why did I put a 15 down here, y'all? Sorry. Should have been a 20. Negative 16 over 20, okay? So that's going to give me something like 63 over negative 16. So here's my tangent s plus tangent t. Or tangent s plus t, I'm sorry. 63 over a negative 16, okay? So let's see, we got that part, okay? So there's A. B, we said tangent of s plus t. Just found that to be, let's see, wrote it down over here, 63 over negative 16. Or negative 63 over 16, okay? So y'all, now we want to know what quadrant it's in. Okay, so let's take a look. Y'all, it looks like our sign of s plus t is positive, and our tangent of s plus t is negative. So when is the sign positive and tangent? It looks like it would be in quadrant 2, right? So I would say quadrant 2 here, y'all, would be my answer, okay, for part C. If you got any questions, let me know. I'm happy to help.